Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and citations to the Akim who tune into these videos. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to speak about, three specific things that this guy, Dr. Fauci, has been up to with our tax money, mind you. So, I'm just going to read the article real quickly, and bring out the precepts. Because what this devil is doing is cruel and vindictive. And so the title of this article reads, it says, "It wasn't just beagles and monkeys. Fauci's NIH also funded medical experiments on AIDS orphans in New York City." And those when it says AIDS orphans or orphans in New York City, they're speaking about the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that are the real Hebrew Israelites, because those are the ones who are mainly disproportionate in the society. We're on the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak. So this devil, he's pretty much doing the most, and with your tax money. Because the first paragraph reads, in August, the Gateway Pundit contributed Cassandra Fairbanks broke the story on Dr. Fauci's use of taxpayer money to torture beagles in barbaric animal testing. So like, even though this is a country where you could freedom of religion, but then if you're being taxed to do something that goes against the scriptures, you can't say anything about it, because that's just the devil. He writes these unrighteous decrees, so that he can maneuver in the society that he's running right now. And he's running it to the ground. It's to the point where he's even hurting animals. The scripture says that this devil, I'm speaking about Esau, he can't go to sleep except he do wickedness. And the nation of Israel, they're on the the right hand side. We got more of a more of a righteous spirit. And Esau, he's cruel and vindictive. When the scriptures say that the soul is that up, it's like it says that his soul that is upright is not. I'll go ahead and bring it out, because I got the precept here. This is Habakkuk 2 verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." And so this article, going into Fauci and the cruel things that he's doing, because one, he's hurting animals, monkeys and dogs, it's two, but then three, he's hurting orphans, people who pretty much, are, they got no means of defense. The government, with Esau running the show, he can just walk in there, no question asked, because he's got your money, through theft, taxation, and he's going to do things contrary to the scriptures so that he can get a good night's sleep. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and he has to get out of the picture. So this is Proverbs 12 verse 10. It says, "A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel." So when we see the things that Esau do down here, not just to animals, mind you, to nature, even to himself, Jake has to really, if you're not, because I don't have to force the spirit, on myself. I actually feel really upset about what this devil is doing, and so that's the mindset that you got to have when you're in this ministry, because we have to, pretty much be on the watch and see what this devil is doing and report it to the Most High. Even though the Most High is dotting down everything he's doing, he's also dotting down if you're with it or not. And if you're not with it, you're going to be speaking about the things that he's doing. Because a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. And, you got to understand that, once this devil's taken out of power, he's going to be put back in his place. That, as the scriptures say in the book of Genesis, because he's that serpent, that he's going to be put below all the beasts of the field. Meaning that a cockroach is going to be on top. He's going to have more benefit in the kingdom of heaven than Esau. Esau is literally going to be at the bottom of the barrel where he belongs. It's just that right now he's unfortunately on top. Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and you can see what he's doing. He's on top. He's putting his thrones above the skies. All that stuff. His pride is ridiculous, but and then he's with his freedom, he's going around pretty much just putting all holy hell on mainly the Hebrew Israelites and the creations that we partook in, Lord willing, we're part of that number who are, from the beginning, the Alahayim, because we had a hand in, creating these things, because, if you receive it, we were those spirits, in going through in the reincarnation here today, condemning this place and making our salvation sure, by doing what we're supposed to do, which is pretty much to call out this devil, and point out what he's doing. Like this thing with the beagles and the monkeys, it's crazy how no one cares about that. Like in the comments section, you can see, people really, it don't really sit right with people, but at work, they still see this guy as a famous person that you have to listen to everything he says. When this is the devil that's shutting down all the mom and pop shops. But anyways, this is another precept I had. This is Isaiah 62 verse 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Yet that make mention, it says, ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. So, when you come into this ministry, be prepared, for temptations, be prepared for the trials and tribulations, and be prepared to do your job. Pick up the plow and actually, work in this ministry. And it says right here, this is a commandment, that ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. So if we see this devil, committing iniquity and just doing things that are adversarial towards the scriptures, and it's not good to life down here, we can't keep silent on that. We have to tell the Lord, that this devil is going all out. It says in the scriptures that even the trees are going to rejoice when this devil's put down. And they're going to say that since he's been put out of power, no feller has taken him down. Lord's will bring that up. But it says, ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Right now, there's a whole lot of wickedness. Like I was looking at articles today, and I wanted to have a video that stayed up, so I didn't talk about the alphabet community. But if Jake is watching, and Jake is, privy to the things that are going on in society right now, it's disgusting. It's vexing. Just like how, Lot was, he was vexed from the conversation of the wicked. Even people being okay with Fauci and Nick and the crazy stuff that he has his hands in. That to me, it's the same vexation. I really want this devil to be taken out of power. And that's why I'm going to continue to do these videos. I'm going to continue to, read and study so that I can make my calling and election sure, because I actually have, resentment for this devil and the things that he's doing down here. And it's not of me. It's the Lord's anger that's being put on me. So another precept I have is 2 Ezra 15 verse 8. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. So the souls of the just are complaining continually. They're doing it in this video. A brother is doing it live right now. Brothers are uploading videos, they're studying, they're fellowshipping with each other, and they're planning to do it again tomorrow. We're going to complain continually until this devil is taken out of power. It's in our spirit, because if I try to stop, it's going to be in the back of my head. I've already read these scriptures. I can't just unlearn them. But see, it says behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. Because when you come into this ministry, you get cleansed with the word, and you start to live upright. You start eschewing evil pretty much, and understanding the right path. Walking that straight and narrow. And we're pretty much, for doing this work, we're cleansed of the wickedness we've done in our past, except we continue in this ministry. And we continue in this ministry is mandatory, because you have to complain continually. It says right there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and read it again, because I had them listed like this. But this is Habakkuk 2 and 4. Because this is what we're complaining continually about Esau, Edom, the person that's supposed to be below all the beasts of the field. That says in the book of Genesis. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. And then this devil, that his soul is not upright, he has the earth in his hands. He's got all the nations, all the money, all the resources, and all the minds of the people. He's a wicked king. And just as the king is, so are the people. So we have to complain continually from up and down this whole wicked society. And we have hope. We have hope that this devil is not going to establish his new world order and succeed in his plan, because the writing is on the wall. It's just that we're reading it to him right now, and that's us complaining continually. But so this is Isaiah 14, and let me see. I guess I'll start at verse 4. It says that. I'll start at verse. I'll start at verse 4. You can get the understanding yourself. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, and the golden city ceased? So this is a prophecy that's going to happen pretty soon. That's why I say that we have hope, because we read these and we see, that we're in the middle. We're like in the book of Acts right now. And what's going to happen in the later part of Isaiah 14 is about to happen. We're going to, prepare slaughter for their children. If you brothers haven't read this one yet, I recommend. There's a lot of fire precepts in this one, because it prophesies what we're going to do to this devil and how this devil is going to fall out of power. But it says, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest, and is quiet. They break forth into singing. So when it says the whole earth is at rest, that's speaking about even the heathens. Because even though the Israelites, we're gonna get back into power, we're gonna put everything in order. The heathens, that they're gonna get what's coming to them. But at the end of the day, they're still gonna have a use in that kingdom. We're gonna need a lot of workers. We're gonna need a lot of people, to live in the kingdom of heaven. In their lands. But ultimately, that's speaking about how Esau is gonna be below everything. He's not gonna enjoy the kingdom. Why should he? But it says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. So that goes into the worms, the dogs, the monkeys, all the heathen nations, all the way to the bird, and to the lowest fish in the sea. They're going to rejoice at the fact that this devil is not polluting the world. Like I said, to the fish, because this devil invented plastic. So that means, even though, like they say, that humans have only explored 2% of the oceans, so deep and vast, we're always finding new fishes. Well, Esau don't need to explore those places, because he invented plastic. So the fish that never been seen by humans, and Esau, he's gonna rejoice at the fact that he's dead, because he's literally the cancer in society right now. Like, he's literally killing things that we aren't seeing. It says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee, to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee. Even all the chief ones of the earth it hath raised up from their thrones, all the kings of the nations. They shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Yeah, because it's going to be no more, like, Esau's not going to be the bully anymore. He's literally going to be, lower than the lowest. But it says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? And I'm not going to read the rest of it, but you could pretty much get the picture, because this is the hope that we have, that these prophecies are actually going to happen, that the fir trees are going to sing at this devil's downfall. All right, so the last precept I have here is in 2 Ezra 2, and I wanted to read here in verse 45, but I'll read verse 44. But you can get the understanding yourself, because it's speaking about how Ezra saw the nation of Israel, the 144,000 being crowned by Yahushai. And so at this part in verse 44, he says, "So I asked the angels and said, Sir, what are these?" It says, "He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal." So we're pretty much, like we're dead to this world, but we live in Yahweh Shai. We put all of it, so that we can gang in the kingdom of heaven. We're not worried about the intricacies of this world, because we know and we have that vision and understanding that this prophecy is going to happen, and that's why we're not going to let anyone take our crown. Yes, but it says, it says, "These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms." It says, "Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands?" It said, So he answered and said unto me, This is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. So when we're doing these videos, we're talking about how this devil is just a sicko. That's us confessing the names, because we're prophesying in the name of Yahweh Shai. That's what we do here at Great Millstone. And we're not slack concerning these prophecies, and we're not slack concerning speaking about these prophecies. But it says, "It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord." So you could take down this video because I didn't talk about the alphabet group, but I still talked about one of the Esau's high level priests. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to stand stiffly, for the name of the Lord, and I'm going to continue to speak in His name and the words, that the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem El Shai, allows me to speak. So it says, I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power thou hast seen. So that's the end of the video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash, Shalom Akim.